In today's lesson, I want to talk about doing the work. And when I say the work, I am meaning the ability to look into your heart and into your body and see what is actually reflected there as far as your life and your love experiences are concerned. And perhaps what feelings are there, what needs are there, so that you can have access to them and communicate to them and allow them in a way to communicate back to you, meaning you can become congruent and you therefore become in touch and self-aware of what is happening within yourself. You peel away your own layers, dissolve the barriers to your own heart so that there is a clear communication between your brain and your heart. How clear you are on these dynamics is often reflected in your relationships, particularly the romantic relationships that you have. And of course, when we're having these relationships in the beginning, we get so activated into excitement and the intoxication of all the juiciness of the relationship and that cocktail of hormones. But it's rare that those more exciting and exhilarating relationships end up being long-term, because there are other parts of us that are being activated when we experience these more intoxicating feelings. So we need to do the work on these things. And in this cauldron of memories that we have are normally so many unmet needs that you aren't even aware of. So in doing the work, it's a way of developing a currency with yourself, a way of being able to have better exchanges with not only your own heart and being in touch with that, but with other people too, so that you have that clarity. So of course, what I mean by all of this is that you're able to meet another person's needs and have them meet your needs too, and that be a reciprocal dance, a reciprocal change of direction between being more selfish and self-centered and then being more outwardly focused on the other person. But if you have not done some of the work, you will be very engrossed in your own survival and your own needs that you cannot step outside of that and be there for another person. So many of us have been traumatized in so many different ways in our childhoods, and so recovery is going to be a process into a more full and more open heart. And there are obviously different phases. These need to be respected, and you need to be patient with yourself. And as you do the work, you need time, therefore, to reflect and integrate all of this so that the body and the mind do become congruent again. So it is a process. But I think in the intention of this letter is to say to you, do the work, which means look at yourself as an opportunity for someone also to enjoy more of life with you. See the opportunities. The more you do the work and the more layers you dissolve, the more available you become. And the more available you become emotionally, the more fulfillment you can have, and therefore more intimacy and connection you can experience. Now that's very scary for a lot of us. A lot of us reject that, because in our past, the last time we were intimate or looking for connection, it really, really hurt. So this collaborative connection with others is really the way I believe it has been designed for us. And if we can focus on God's light and grace, we can bring more of these experiences into our life. And that opportunity, therefore, is an offering that we then make. Our cup is full, and we have something then to offer the other person. So again, it's about doing the work. Outside a relationship, and perhaps even in a relationship where we are doing this work to heal our hearts, we must remember we will encounter the trauma of the past. So we have to allow that to surface. Some shame and other deeper feelings will probably surface as well as you're doing this work. So don't let that stop you. Keep going on. Feel those feelings. Work with somebody. And remember, when you had to take care of a lot of people growing up and be responsible from a young age, you didn't know how to have your needs met. And so these concepts may be new to you. But yet, when we have these opportunities and we can communicate in this way to each other, we will be more authentic and honest and therefore vulnerable. And this gives us a wonderful experience. So doing the work helps us become as full as possible, and that is exciting. I urge you to be as free as you can. Again, be patient. And of course, when I'm sharing this letter with you, I'm looking at myself right now directly in the mirror, and I'm saying, Nick, do the work too. I invite you into a deeper work here. And again, as always, thank you for joining me in this letter.